Hello everybody, my name is Orion and welcome back to the vault. I accidentally started before I started recording, so slightly longer than most probably Sims. It was because the assaulter had appeared in the paper before. Bitten by a crocodile, cut his leg on a loose piece of metal. Good friend Clementine was actually in attendance at the high school graduation because his daughter was walking the stage. Ex-wife had a restraining order. Who he was, but the security guard recognized him and oh. Alright. However, she claimed she'd slept with Guy Hudson. News time. Woman, picture of a daughter chained to a root tree. Her featuring her in the first place. Confirmed to be a member of Roottrees. Woman claimed to have had an affair with Guy Hudson while she was working as a secretary, and she and another woman were hired at the same time during the transition period. Many that had worked under Zach Morton were already gone. She says that she and the other woman were both underqualified and neither had typewriter experience. Hudson liked to throw lavish parties. An anonymous woman posits that these parties were mostly to have an excuse to have after parties at Guy's home. When she was pregnant, Guy didn't seem fazed, and they came to an agreement. He paid her a significant amount of hush money on a recurring basis under the table. She used it to move away and have a new life. She never worked at the same time as Joanna. Okay. Joanna Robertson. $1975. $1976. $1977. Beatrice Watson, Corin Schwartz. Okay. I have a picture? Alright. Don't think I've checked this. Was removed. There's no audio visual. Timeline of events has been constructed from public record accidental leaks sourced on the inside. actually approached the Roottrees in late March. Put her in charge of the trust, but legally and in terms of dry run. Set up in the name of the deceased. Am I just going on a big fucking stupid search? I can listen to this.
Attention, attention, Roottrees. This is 5-piece coming at you from the real world. You know, the place you ain't ever lived in.
You say money is the root of all your problems. Root of all your problems.
Y'all are hypocrites, sitting back in your massive estates, built from the cash that your ancestors gave you, acting like you somehow deserve it, based on your family's creations. Yo. But looky here, sonny, don't you come for our money, or you might burn bright in hellfire someday, like that Madsen chick and her two dads. My pappy's cleansing trust should keep you away. Yo, it's disturbing, catching a sermon from a geezer who's never known hurt, but blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners, cause we didn't earn it. When all of your worth it came free with your name, you expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed from heat without blame. But instead, I turn my other cheeks and spread them. When you give me a kiss, you'll know just where to aim.
You say money is the
She's
root
not
of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons with a needle. So once more with passion, tell this poor tragic orphan how your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible.
How I'm better off penniless, grasping for morsels. How one in my share,
That's actually extortion. With your candy ass name, synonymous with sweets. Oh, you wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game. I came up on the streets. The only streets you reppin' are Park Place and Boardwalk. Hypocrisy. democracy. Monopoly is toppling. When I knock, have G's.
Top off my pockets, please.
Cause the same God that got to steal my mom from me is what he wants, right? For you to live in poverty. And if you're suddenly not eager to unhand that fortune, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to take my portion. And I'll do it all legally. Class action, courtroom, decorum. I'm way past your fancy ass dormant.
You say money is the root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Bring the choir in.
You say money is the root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Yeah.
You say money is the root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon thieves, you're the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burn their spoons for the needle. Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon thieves, you're the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burn their spoons for the needle.
Yeah. Elizabeth. Farm supervisor, Elizabeth. Elizabeth Farrow. So the land the building was on at the time. Unsure if she would move to a new location or if she would retire. From her mother's farm, Steve used to work extra hours, just be there during deliveries, although they grew apart. Hi. Christine Garland, Christine Farrow. $1978. Six. his wife, Christine. Seems the local author named Mark Zimmer was sued by Garland Zimmer, running the book Kitchen Tales on television. Garland and Zimmer. It was released in 1994. Stories that help our viewers as other some were sued by Garland after some Kitchen Tales of television partially plagiarized from the recipes Steve Garland would give his students during his cooking lessons before he moved. Now to copyright, Garland accompanied each recipe with a short fiction about how he learned it. It's usually doubled as a way to remember certain ingredients. These stories were found word for word in Zimmer's cookbook, in addition to additional stories that follow the same format. Introduction of this book is series First met Steve when he taught cooking class. Yes, really. So you might wonder what I'm doing at this introduction. Well, it turns out that Steve and I had more in common. Karen's Brewhouse. Name. Pub in Boston. There's famous people who have drink there. Oh. Other United States. Not for Roottrees Company. Kennedy. So if you're listening to shows and books that have mentioned McCarran's as well. . 'Cause 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 ' Stevie G brought a book about food. For cocktails, Buddy gave us a shout out, and we're gonna say no to free press, so grab a bite. Bite at his kids' joint Friday, and swing by to meet him for a drink. One more in-depth review explains that it's not a full restaurant, just a front door and a very small interior with a window. The restaurant only serves vegetables, but on Boston homepage, whoever runs the page seems to just link to random sites related to Boston. Look at overrated. I saw it in a chef's signature, so I went there and it was a huge line and didn't have a single meat dish. That's even the point. Oh. Covered Friday less than a year ago, right around the time you were doing your initial investigation. Samosa cone. Alright. Chef signature, a nationally published magazine. James and Robert Garland. Tie-dye shirt that the servers wear. Most of the offerings are heavily inspired by powerful spice, brown Thai food, Indian food. The signature dish is the samosa cone. Theory is younger than James. Delegated to wear the sous chef jacket. James has most of the interview's questioned. James credits his love for food and his culinary skills to their upbringing. Oh. Steve Garland, Elizabeth Farrell. Okay. Did not know what I was going, so. Ton of parents like we did. My father was a chef, my mother grew up a farm. I don't have many memories. I never got it off the ground. His line cook gig ended up being less temporary than he hoped, and she had to go back to work as a secretary even after Robert was born. When we were old enough to go to school, we spent our days with my aunt. Best vegetables. We're now retired. Let's just eat an apple. Oops, I accidentally ended up stopping the recording. Woke up after being saved from drowning in the backyard pool. Entirely different. Tells a tale of a good man. Thailand. Quite respectable. Found authors, this league is known for non-fiction with a focus on exploring darkness of the human psyche. Features celebrities, clashes, and create sensational headlines. Red Bull. To have written an unread book about Guy Hudson, the article was not even the main focus of the issue. Not talking to a fish and the demonic message. So they're not afraid to publish a few details that they did report on it. Once arrested for throwing a Molotov cocktail at a company that was found to be testing their products on animals. His daughter Mary. Vegas Fiesta. And let's see. Pass el book. Did I not search Roottrees Mania? No. Yeah, Carolyn. That probably would have said something. Still doing just fine. That's good. Again, is there supposed to be another thing for him? Okay, there's supposed to be. Actually, wait. Why being sued? When the voucher for the famous cover story is coin S. Oh. My mom approached the Roottrees before 5Ps was ever on the cover News Time. Nobody at the Roottrees company took us seriously. Only listened to us after we appeared on TV and magazine. How difficult it was to convince anyone to tell our story? Mom didn't want to show her face because everyone in the media we approached assumed she was lying. My mom's story was first. Ryan and Cork. Much of it seems Alright, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna have to cut these together real quick. I'll see you all next time in the vault. Peace.